Hi, this is Bob Gregory. The contrasted weather systems, heavy snows and thunderstorms cover the nation's midsection tonight. We'll let you know what's in store for Indiana next on News Center 13 tonight.
Born on the mountaintop again is she. Greenest state in the land of the free. Davy Crockett, king of that wild frontier. He was.
The memories come alive in the world premiere of Davy Crockett.
Coming next in an exclusive report, we'll tell you about an economic partnership that will link Indiana with 5 Southeast Asian markets.
And in our special report tonight, you'll meet one of the women of Indianapolis radio. Tonight, we'll take you to the top of the dial.
Thunderstorms brewing over in Illinois, Tom. Looks as though they're a few hours away yet from the metropolitan area.
And Betsy, tonight in sports, we have an Indiana youngster making national records that may never be broken.
So stay with us. News Center 13 tonight is next.
Burger King tempts your taste buds, your tummy, your eyes. November 7th through 20th, get a Whopper and large fries for only $1.99. Now, doesn't that tempt your wallet? Whopper and large fries, $1.99. We do it like you do it.
When the Renegades TNT Monster Truck Challenge comes to Indy, the monsters rock and roll. Dan Young Chevrolet presents the CarQuest Monster Truck Nationals and Truck Pull Championships. One night only, Saturday, November 19th at the Hoosier Dome. Will the Chevy-powered USA 1 hold on to the national title? Will Bigfoot repeat last year's incredible flip? Find out and save cash, too. Get discount tickets at participating CarQuest Auto Parts stores. And watch the monsters rock the Hoosier Dome.
On the next Cosby Show.
Did Denise decide on a college while we were gone?
About a dozen times.
College bound or college buying?
You know, I've always felt that the greatest classroom in the world is life.
I understand that some of its graduates go on to move back in with their parents.
The answer is academic.
I hate college.
On the Cosby Show.
Did somebody tell you you had to go right now?
Wednesday at 5:30 on 13 WTHR.
WTHR, Channel 13, Indianapolis. Live from the heart of Indiana, this is News Center 13 tonight with Tom Cochrun, Betsy Ross, Bob Gregory's exclusive AccuWeather forecast, and Don Hines' sports final.
Good evening, Indiana. The state is making history tonight by establishing a unique and exclusive economic partnership.
Indiana businesses stand to make huge strides in a corner of the world which is rapidly becoming the place to watch. Lights are burning late in the 27th floor offices of the Indiana ASEAN Council. Open only 2 days under Director Pamela Morris, formerly of Blair House, the council is the Hoosier link to the Association of Southeast Asian Nations.
The ASEAN part of the world represents a collective population of 300 million people, all of whom are committed to the free enterprise model. They are among the fastest growing economies in the world.
Between China and Australia, the nations are Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand.
They are experiencing levels of growth which are on a par with Korea, Taiwan. Hence, they will become more and more important, especially as we enter the 21st century.
ASEAN is the new focal point of power in the Pacific Rim. The area will be high on George Bush's foreign policy agenda.
They are looking to this as a pioneering venture, and it is an opportunity for Indiana to be in the forefront in establishing trading relationships with this very important part of the world.
Already licensing agreements and other ventures between Indiana business and ASEAN interest is underway. The Indiana Council is a non-profit private sector thrust to promote trade agreements, good for Indiana business.
It represents a significant opportunity for Indiana agriculture, medical equipment producers, electronics producers, service industries generally.
Seeds were planted when Senator Lugar invited ASEAN ambassadors here in '86. During their 11-city tour this past June, the ambassadors gave their approval because of Hoosier hospitality and Indiana's business mix. 115 Indiana businesses have already established some degree of contact with a market of $300 million. An Indiana delegation will travel to the region in February or March to conduct business. By the way, other states are beginning to express an interest, but they are being told it's too late.
And in our Business Watch tonight, the Cummins Engine Company in Columbus is cutting costs to try to stay competitive. 250 people will be laid off from Cummins. The company is not saying yet how many of those positions are at the Columbus headquarters. Meantime, the latest report on retail sales shows a rebound. The Commerce Department says strong auto sales and busy department stores boosted sales some 0.9%, and that's the biggest jump in several months.
The man suspected in an apparent attempted car bombing is still at large tonight, but police believe they are getting closer to finding him. 42-year-old Lambert Sutton of Avon is suspected of planting a device made up of 6 dynamite sticks and 2 blasting caps in this car. Police say the vehicle's owner, 32-year-old Terry Turnbill, lives with Sutton's ex-wife, and that the car was parked at the restaurant where both women are employed. Police theorize Sutton may have planned on setting the bomb off by remote control, but he was nowhere to be found when officers arrived on the scene to begin their investigation.
We have information that he is still in the area. We have obtained warrants. We have 3 charges pending on him and hope to make an arrest within the next day or 2.
Sutton is wanted for attempted murder and for manufacturing and possessing an explosive device. Police say Sutton was arrested for assault and battery 2 months ago after allegedly beating Ms. Turnbill. Authorities say Sutton may be armed and should be considered dangerous. Betsy?
A 27-year-old mother and 2 of her children remain in critical condition tonight after an arson fire, a blaze the woman says she started. Firefighters say Sharon Miller told them at the scene of the fire she tried to kill her children. Charges have not been filed against her while she recovers at Wishart Hospital. Police believe, though, postpartum depression, some call it the baby blues, may have played a role in the woman's behavior. Federal investigators tonight are calling for an immediate review of air traffic control systems after a near miss involving Air Force One. The FAA says a string of errors allowed a commuter plane to fly alarmingly close to President Reagan's plane last month. Investigators say 4 FAA facilities along the East Coast are at fault. The Reagan administration has mixed reviews of the latest overtures from the PLO. The U.S. and Israel reject the declaration of Palestinian statehood. The White House is encouraging the PLO's implicit acceptance of Israel's existence. President-elect George Bush is tackling some financial matters. He's naming Nicholas Brady to remain as Treasury Secretary. Dan Quayle told our Washington bureau the work of the transition is going smoothly.
We have 69, 70 more days until Inauguration Day. We are getting organized. We've got plenty of time to be prepared, and by the time inauguration rolls around, we'll be ready to go to work.
And Quayle told the News Center's Jim Gately today there are no problems ahead, just challenges.
Nearly 3 years later, Metro Police are still looking for a murder suspect. Bill Foster has our Crime Stoppers reenactment case tonight.
70-year-old Frances Deere lives alone in her house on the city's west side. On December 20th, 1985, she leaves home around 5:30 p.m., headed for the Lafayette Square area. It's unclear exactly where Fran is going or why, but there's no mistaking what eventually happens to her. Early Sunday morning around 4 o'clock, Fran Deere's 1985 Olds is found. It's parked in the Lafayette Square Mall parking lot near the cinema. Fran's body's inside. She'd been beaten and then strangled to death.
The police are without a motive in this case. They need to know about Frances Deere's actions on December the 20th. This includes information about anyone or any car seen near the victim's Oldsmobile.
The number to call is 637-2323. Crime Stoppers needs information on this or any major crime. Your anonymous tip could be worth up to $1,000.
On a positive note, Crime Stoppers marked some milestone tonight. The Metro Indianapolis crime-fighting effort is now responsible for recovering more than $1 million worth of stolen goods or contraband. And the reward fund is larger, thanks to your help. The sale of entertainment publications coupon books raised more than $12,000. 89 books are already on sale.
And coming next from the News Center tonight, you'll meet the real disc jockey behind Robin Williams' character in Good Morning Vietnam.
And our special series on the women in Indianapolis radio takes you to the top of the dial.
With news for Anderson and Greenwood, this is News Center 13 tonight.
At just 59 cents each, our original taco can satisfy the biggest appetite.
Taco Bell has the roll to make a ride for the border.
They're testing a pretty hot piece of equipment here, Bryant's new thinking gas furnace. It's got an electronic brain that constantly adjusts its own performance, making it the quietest, most efficient Bryant ever. And after all these tests, you can be sure it'll keep your home comfortable for a long, long time.
Get 2 months free gas from Bryant with the Natural Choice, a new Bryant high-efficiency gas furnace. Get the right stuff to last from Lehman's Incorporated in Anderson.
November is Truck Month at your Ford dealer. Once-a-year deals on every new Ford truck in stock. Right now, save over $2,400 on the full-size F-150. Not downsized like Chevy. Save over $2,000 on Ranger, the compact pickup that outsells Chevy and GMC combined. Or save over $2,700 on the sporty Bronco 2. And that's before you talk to your Central Indiana Ford dealer about his best price during Truck Month.
Ford dealers and you, your quality shows.
He is perhaps better known now for his exploits during the Vietnam War than he was nearly 2 decades ago when he was stationed there. Adrian Cronauer, the irreverent Armed Forces radio disc jockey who entertained Americans in Southeast Asia, came to life through Robin Williams' character in Good Morning Vietnam. Well, tonight Cronauer says the character Williams portrayed was only really partially Cronauer's real life.
Properly, I'd say that Robin is playing not me, but a fictional character named Adrian Cronauer, who happened to share a lot of my experiences in Vietnam. If I had to pick a figure out of the air, I'd say probably about maybe 45% of it is based on fact, and the other 55% is the result of Hollywood exaggeration.
Cronauer spoke at Clues Hall tonight, sponsored by the Butler University Student Assembly.
Another peek now at another person behind the voice. Paul Morrison continues his series on women you spend time with, women you can turn on or off. Nighttime Indianapolis DJs.
Well, good evening to you. This is Jennifer Carr. How you doing tonight? I hope your Friday night is going well.
Jennifer Carr got her first job in radio 10 years ago in a town called New London, Wisconsin, population 6,000. Now the WTPI Night Breeze commands an audience many times that size. But making it to the big time hasn't changed her approach.
7:09, and we have 41 degrees downtown here on Monument Circle.
It's the type of music that I like, and it's the time of the day that I like, and so it works real well for me. 7:36, this is Jennifer Carr. Not going to be quite as cold tonight.
She's attained a celebrity status of sorts. Thousands of listeners know her name and voice, but not her face.
I like it. I like my anonymity. I like, that's why I chose radio over television. I like, I guess, being known, but yet being able to go out in public and not have people know who I am, just being another face in the crowd.
She downplays the sex appeal that goes along with being a nighttime female disc jockey.
Oh, that's not the way I want to be perceived anyway. I would rather be seen as somebody who's a friend, entertaining people, and just a companion in the nighttime. Somebody that people are comfortable with when they turn on the radio. They like hearing a familiar voice. They like